So I have to say, like right away, and ask and request, please, for the love of God, if you are doing any kind of like media or whatever, that you fucking stop asking Black Silk to like interview for you. I understand that that when you Google black model, that like black alternative model, that she's the first thing that pops up. Like, I get it. So you automatically assume that she is the way to go when it comes to. I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't. So my girl Frida decides to send me this um, article. This journalistic article from Dining with Dana, and it came out today. So this is in our search for African American and Black women of color for our networking group that we are working on right now. Quick plug, like I'm not going to do it, but quick plug. Anyway, she sends me this article, and the title of the article is Support a Diverse Alternative Modeling Agency Interview with Black Silk. I hate talking about this chick. I just do. Because I feel like this is the standard that we are subjected to when y'all start trying to check for us and look for us when it comes to African American models within alternative subculture and primarily goth subculture. And it's kind of, I'm never going to hate on her because she is pretty and she's been around for a while, but my experience and history with her has not been the best. And I'm not going to get into that here. I'm going to stay specifically to this particular article and then expound from there. So, first and foremost, I don't know who Dana is, but Dana doesn't ask very good questions. She really doesn't. I think what she wanted to do was use this young lady's name in order to boost her blog a little bit. And just some real truth right now, this article was mentioned on her Black Silk's GoFundMe page 5 months ago. So if it took her this long to ask her 5 questions, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But yeah, 5 questions. It took her this long to come up with 5 answers for 5 questions and publish this article 5 months later. That's not good journalism, first of all. Second of all, how are you going to have someone on here who doesn't even have a website? If you want to start a modeling agency for women of color, and that's your passion, and that's something that you've been dreaming about forever and ever and ever and ever, you are going to have a website. Websites are cheap. Domain names are cheap. I bought my first domain name at 12 for 99 cents. So if you have this and this is what you want to do, you've already got your shit together, and those are the 2 cheapest things that you could do to start your business. Have a web presence and a fucking domain name. So there's no excuse there. It's been 6 months since this young lady has started to try to say that this is what she's going to do for alternative women of color, and I call bullshit. I'm going to call bullshit all fucking day, because she's not really doing anything except trying to promote herself and trying to make money for herself. So I decided to just kind of read it. I thought it was a podcast, and I was looking forward to actually, hearing it, and it just did not. It disappointed on so many levels. 1, it's not a podcast, and 2, it's only 5 fucking questions long. So, first question was, well, not really a question. Tell us a bit about you, your interests, work, studies, pets, hobbies, etc., anything you like. Her response: I'm a former Gothic model. I have 2 black cats. I love art and to write. Okay. Second question. Give us a rundown of your initiative, its mission, what it means to you. We'd love to know all about it. Now, it's a decent question, or, something to lead you on in the right direction for, what she's trying to get at. And I don't know if it's just the way that she worded it or Black Soap's response to it, but I was underwhelmed. Okay, so she says, it's always been a part of my dream to run a modeling agency for models who don't get a lot of representation. So far, I run the pages groups Black Goth Girls Rock, Black Goth Guys, and, sorry, my context was wrong, diverse alternative models. Hopefully, nationally, and eventually internationally. I wanted to do more, but unfortunately starting something like that isn't easy or free. Please help me reach my goal of $100,000 to make this a reality. Full stop. That's fucking bullshit. $100,000 to start a fucking modeling agency? No. No and no. Sorry. I don't buy it. I don't like it. I think it's shady, and not even necessarily because I'm biased, because I'm just going to tell you straight up, I am biased, but not because of that, but because there are so many attractive women that are African American, Black, alternative women of color. You don't need to really do much in order to put these women out there on the forefront and put them in the media spotlight for public attention. I personally and my girl Frida are working on that right now. It hasn't cost us any money to get the word out and let everybody know and create a network of women of color that are alternative, that are doing major things. I mean, we put together already a network of, let's just say, even 8 women who are amazing at what they do. And you're going to come here and tell us that you need $100,000 in order to get this done? No. I'm sorry, boo. I just don't believe it. I think you're full of shit, and I think that all this is just another way for you to bring more attention to yourself because your career has stalled. And I'm really upset with Miss Dana for even having the nerve to go and try to reach someone who hasn't been relevant forever and pull what? To bring more people to your website? Even more truth on this, let's call it the T if you need to. Even more truth on this is this article was requested over 5 months ago, and this is what you came for? Her GoFundMe has been around for 6 months, and she's raised $50 on it. So she's probably just tossed it to the wayside. It's just another example of how Black women try to take advantage of each other and use whatever they can to step on others in order to do it. I mean, please, someone fucking prove me wrong. Please. Because I don't have any good outlook on her as far as this is concerned. So, let's move on. What is your personal definition of alternative? Response: basically different from society norms. Dana, you got to do better with the questions here. I don't know who is writing them for you, if you're writing them for yourself. I've seen your work. You do great comics. Maybe journalism is just not your strong point or your strong suit. if you were interviewing someone about a fucking modeling agency, pretend you're interviewing fucking Tyra Banks, who is is like known for the work that she does with models in general. Don't come at her like your personal definition of alternative. Ask this bitch what she plans to do with her agency. Does she plan to have it online? Does she plan to have it in person? Where? What is she looking for as far as models are concerned? Who does she have under her belt as far as like people who are going to hire models? Ask this bitch where she lives. And why does she feel qualified to have a modeling agency for women of color? She's not doing shit for us. And the sooner you people realize that, the better off you will be. Stop. Let this bitch die. Let her like live in a coffin in the graveyard where she does fucking photo shoots every 3 months. Come on. It's insulting. And I hate talking about her because it pisses me off that time after time, whenever someone thinks about African American and black women and models of color, that they go to her. There are so many other women out there that are doing shit that she is not doing. Holly McSteele, she got her own fucking business. Adora, she's had 2 different renditions of high fashion magazines. I have personally worked with this bitch. Like, why her? Like, I don't get it. Is it your interpretation of what goth is that you automatically just assume that it's like this? I can't. I just can't. Even go to the first woman of color to ever grace the covers of fucking Gothic Beauty magazine. It was not her. Find this chick. Her name is Vicious, by the way. Find her. Interview her. You would get better responses from a can of paint than you would from this one. Anyway, gonna move on because I gotta talk to Frida about this and I'm really kind of heated about it. You seem to be quite involved in the goth subculture. What drew you into the scene? So I'm not even going to read her responses at this point because they're vapid. And the last question was, do you believe that a slender figure and pale complexion is a goth beauty ideal still stand today? So that's an easy question. Let me give you just a quick tip when it comes to writing articles. And I'm sitting here talking shit about her, and y'all don't even know who I am. I am a journalist. I do articles. I interview people all the time. And my biggest pet peeve is asking someone something that I can find the answer to on fucking Google. And I'm sorry, Dana, but you did not do a good job. You picked a shitty subject to interview, and I'm a little disappointed, and I'm a little sad that I wasted my time reading this shitty article when you could have done so much better. Maybe you needed an article for the first of the year, but I'm kind of insulted. No, we can do better. You can do better, and there is better out there than finding the first name on Google when it comes to Gothic women of color. At this point, I don't even think she's Gothic anymore, to be quite honest. Because honestly, if she was, and if she was doing something really important for African American women, African American or people of color, when it comes to this subculture, she would have been in my magazine. She would have been in Adora's magazine. She would have been in Gothic Beauty magazine. No, you were lazy and you didn't do a very good job. If you want to do better, talk to me. I can refer you to 15 different models right now who would give you a better article than this and would help put whatever it is that you're trying to do along with what I'm trying to do and my partner is trying to do, which is bring awareness to the fact that there are African American women and women of color in general who are doing good and who are doing big things for us within alternative subcultures. And she's not one of them. I'm sorry. And let me get over to my girl because this irritates me to no fucking end. We can do better. You should do better. And give me an opportunity. Give me the time, 15 minutes to crack this bitch, and you will see that she's phony. If she's only raised $50 in the last 6 months, do you really think that she's going to do anything for you? And then on top of that, to go to her Facebook page for diverse alternative models, please go search for that. She's been doing this for over 3 years on Facebook, and has managed to only accumulate 883 women. Not even of color, mind you. Just 883 women that are not really doing much with their career right now. Not sorry. No. All she's doing is trying to bring another avenue in which she can make money for herself and put herself out there. It's not about that. What this is about is elevating us to a new standard and trying to make sure that people see us as not subpar. You're bringing a subpar model into this, subculture, and trying to continually project her is the ideal for this, and she is not the ideal. Go on fucking Instagram. Do you not have Instagram? Like, I don't get it. I've got 54 African American women right now on my Instagram that would put this chick to shame. Interview them. She's been around for over 10 years. Not doing shit. And if she was doing shit, she would have elevated a lot higher than what she is right now. Notice all her shit is blocked or closed or whatever the fuck, because she doesn't want you to see it. It's the same regurgitated bullshit that she's been doing since 2008. I'm sorry, I'm over it. And I really wish that you guys would do just a little bit better job with choosing subjects for your interviews. Shame on you.